Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to name this day #RandomDayMovie because it's a really random movie and it was suggested by one of you guys. I think I'm gonna be doing this due to more content in my channel, and I want to be more in touch with you guys. So if you want me to review a movie that you really like and I haven't watched before, or even I could have already watched it, but if you want me to review it, please comment down below or tweet me, or you can always Instagram message me as well. So yeah, it was proposed by a boy named Johnny. Hi Johnny, how are you? And he really wanted me to see this movie, and you guys, it was made in 2013 and it's a movie directed by Ron Howard, and it is basically a biographical sports drama film which centers on the rivalry between the Formula One drivers James Hunt and Niki Lauda during the 1976 Formula One moto racing season. And you guys, it's so well written as well by Peter Morgan, and of course you may know that Rush is one of the movies that Chris Hemsworth made, also with Daniel Brühl, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but I think I am. And he plays Lauda and Chris Hemsworth plays Hunt, and it's really interesting how they do this because some biographical films are not really well done, but this film, it catches your eye by in an instant, and it catched my eye so fast. And it's not because of Chris Hemsworth, which we are gonna talk about that later, but it was because of the story. I think the story is really interesting. I went to it was not a Formula One whatsoever, but it was a car race when I was 8 years old, and I do remember thinking about how do the drivers get into the car, and why do they think, and what's the process of them going through all the stress, and they are dealing with death and basically it's really interesting to me because I am not I do not like to drive as much. I think it's really important that people understand that it's something that you're risking your life, and in this film they show you a side of race runners so interesting and so appealing and so in depth that you're wow, I totally now understand why they are scared sometimes, why it's just so thrilling and so intense, and it's really so interesting, and it's so well written. As I said, the cast is amazing. We can see here as well Olivia Wilde, which I hope you guys know. She's a really famous actress. And we can see as well many places in the world. We see Italy, we see London, we see Japan. It's so cool, and you start to think how do they really record this, and how did they make the effects. And it's a true story, which really intrigued me. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I can see you guys. I'm supposed to be a race runner, but I think I'm the girlfriend's race runner. Either way, it's a great movie to watch as well because for all the guys and the girls that like cars, it gives you a perspective of how people like this live, and how do they accumulate stress and accumulate all this anger between them, and it's a really intense competition. And I'm gonna go with the basis. It's well, as I said, it's a rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda, and I mean, James Hunt is, which is the one that plays Chris Hemsworth. He is like such a playboy. He is really like a rebellious guy, and Niki Lauda is like the opposite. Like, he's so self-centered. He knows what he wants. He goes for it. He's from Austria, I think, and James Hunt is from London. So it's like so interesting, like the relationship they do. And it's not a relationship, like they really are enemies, and they stay enemies until the end. And I mean, I'm not gonna tell you the story, you need to watch the movie to understand, but I do think that it's a great movie that shows every single aspect of their relationship in a way. It gives you like a perspective of what happens between them and why. And I mean, the director just nailed it. There's some scenes that are kind of intense, I have to say. There were some parts that I was like, wow, like I'm gonna cry, or I was just like kind of like laughing inside. But I was so entertained that I didn't want it to end. And I mean, I just don't know what to say, you guys. I think it's a really great movie to watch with a girlfriend, or with a a boyfriend, or with friends. Also, it is really appealing to me, how it's it's located in 1976, during the 1976 Formula One, as I said. And you see all this era, and all these statement clothes, and it's really great. I think it's a era of hippies and drugs and alcohol and all of that. And I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe that I watched it. I really liked it. I think it turned out to be one of my favorite movies of all time. If they ask me right now, like, which movie would you recommend, I think it will be this one. So thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much for recommending me this movie, because it really changed how I see race runners now. Because, well, it's not an easy job at all, and they deal with a lot of emotions, a lot of enemies. And I mean, it's 1976, but I know that right now it's like so intense, and I know that right now we don't see it, but I know that many of them are enemies. And in the end, Niki Lauda says something to James, which really caught my eye and really reflected on something. And there were really great quotes in this movie as well. I mean, like, it was so great, you guys. I think it deserved like an Oscar, because it was so well done. Usually I tend to be really, I mean, I like biographical movies, but not as much as I would like it to be. But I mean, this one I really liked it, you guys, as I said. And the cars were great, the effects were great, the actors were great, even the music was so great. The writers were amazing, the director was amazing. I think Chris really, sorry, my sunglasses just fell down. But I think that Chris Hemsworth really, I mean, I never thought I could see him more like Thor. Like, I don't know, like, I thought I was not gonna see him like anyone but Thor, but in this one I really saw him as James Hunt, and he really looks like him as well. So yeah, you need to check that out, as well as Daniel Brühl, which I mean, they did an amazing job with the makeup. Like, I'm so impressed by that as well. And there's a part in the movie where I was like, God, I didn't want it to see, because I'm kind of disgusted by really intense bruises. But you need to watch the movie to understand what I'm telling you guys. But either way, I think it was an incredible movie. I give it like 1,000,000 thumbs up. I think it's just a movie that you need to watch with everybody and that needs a lot of, you know, recognition, and hopefully this director does more biographical films because he did an amazing job. So thank you Johnny, thank you so much for recommending me this. And if you guys want me to react or to review a trailer or a movie, please comment down below, or you can tweet me on my Twitter and Instagram, give me an Instagram message, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And well, you guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.